My wife, Sarah Shellabear, passed away from a stroke. She never got to say goodbye to all the people that she loved. I got to meet some incredibly passionate people who showed an incredible human side to care for us and everybody else that suffers this debilitating disease. What I couldn't believe was that we have the world's greatest neurologists and researchers in Perth. They do an incredible job with stroke. Stroke is the second highest killer of women in Australia. It's the second highest killer of people worldwide. Breast cancer is number 6 and so much better funded. What I couldn't believe is that stroke is completely indiscriminate. Over the age of 25, 1 in 4 people will suffer a stroke. The economic and social impact of this is huge. But there's one more thing that Professor Graham Hankey told me, that 90% of stroke is preventable. So if we have the best people in Western Australia, we have the best people in the world, then your support for a chair in stroke medicine is the best thing that you can do for your family and everyone that follows you.
If $20 million was raised to be dedicated to stroke research, we could establish a dedicated stroke research facility. We could accelerate current programs that are already in process. We could engage young researchers and other key leaders in stroke research from around the world to build the capacity to form a critical mass or critical nucleus of an engine room from which we could begin stroke research platforms and programs and partnerships that can really impact the health of Australians, the society, and also the economy. The creation of the partnership between the University of Western Australia, which is my current employer, and the Perron Institute of Neurological Research is likely to be incredibly synergistic and a great opportunity for someone like me, because at the present time I am not fully affiliated with the Perron, but the Perron Institute of Neurological Research is our leading institute for research into neurological conditions that affect the brain or spinal cord or nervous system. And stroke is one of the key common conditions that affects the nervous system. And the Perron has been leading Western Australia and Australia in research in many neurological conditions, but it has an opportunity to also become a leader in stroke, as well as motor neuron disease and muscular dystrophy and Parkinson's disease. So I see this as fulfilling and completing the picture of the Perron Institute as a comprehensive neurological research institute, and it'll be complementary for me to be able to work with these other fantastic scientists who are already doing work in neurological conditions, and particularly to work with my dear friend and colleague David Blacker and his colleagues Bruno Maloney and Neville Nucky, who are developing one of the most exciting molecules, an R18 polypeptide that promises to preserve the ischemic penumbra. That means when you block an artery and have a stroke and your brain cells are dying, while you're waiting to get to hospital from Outback or wherever your ambulance in the community, this drug has the potential to save your brain until the blood vessel is opened up. And it'll be an honour and privilege for me to work in this team.
Where we see some of the most sickest and complicated neurological patients in the state, with a team of world-class expert clinicians. You know, it's a very unique situation we have here.
We would be so proud to have that particular chair to increase our capacity to influence people to come to Western Australia, to benefit from that research and to undertake their careers in Western Australia.
Our doctors work very hard in stroke. You know, stroke medicine is difficult medicine. It's the decisions you make as a stroke specialist are truly life and death.
A chair in stroke will provide academic leadership that will provide time for our researchers to research.
We need you to support this groundbreaking initiative to make sure that we drive the change and the research to deliver brilliant outcomes. These people are so passionate at what they do. They're just like you and me, but their life is given to stroke research. Please get on board, help us raise the money so that we can make a real difference, and tragedy like this never has to befall your family. Remember, 1 in 4 people over the age of 25 will suffer stroke. Stroke is indiscriminate, but it is 90% preventable. To make this happen, we need your support.